Good day, my name is Leah Jorgensen. I'm a certified holistic nutritionist and a member of the National Association of Holistic Nutritionists, and this is my office here in lovely Northeast Portland, Oregon. It is my goal to help people discover useful ways to address specific conditions and disharmonies to improve health and well-being through food. You don't have to have a disease or illness to benefit from working with a holistic nutritionist. But in my practice, I use both a clinical nutrition and a traditional Chinese medicine program to work with clients. I like to look at each individual for their bio-individuality. We all have unique biochemistry. It's kind of a fad to think that there's one diet that fits all. I don't really believe that. I think it's great if there are diets out there that are going to sort of help people shift from eating unhealthy foods to eating whole foods. And so that sort of shift of consciousness is important, and I think we're seeing more of that today as information is becoming more and more available to people about healthier choices and holistic nutrition. But as a holistic nutritionist, I work with that individual and consider things like their life phase that require different nutritional approaches. That can be anything from pregnancy, menopause, an athlete in training, or a disease, someone with a disease such as cancer, diabetes. All of those different life phases have specific requirements and needs through nutrients. And a lot of the diets that are out there that are marketed and are being sold through best-selling books at your local bookstore or sometimes supermarket, they don't always address the fact that you may have a life condition or be in the phase of life that is going to require more than what their said diet has to offer. So I can help facilitate the process of customizing a proper diet to help the client achieve what's called homeostasis or life balance. So no matter what your condition is, no matter what life phase you're in, no matter how healthy you are or not, I can help you customize a diet that is addressing nutrient deficiencies. Most Americans have nutrient deficiency on one level or another. A lot of Americans are B complex deficient. There's a lot of different nutrients, macronutrients and micronutrients that are not being met in the typical American diet. And so one person might think they're 100% healthy, but I can sit down with them, go through some worksheets, do some work with their doctor or naturopath, look at blood work and a bunch of other things, and help find out really is there something that's not being met here, and how can we use food and supplements to take care of that. So that's a little bit about what I do, but I welcome you to join me in a series of short online videos addressing everything from mindful eating techniques to learning about general concepts of nutrition through the lens of traditional Chinese medicine. And then there'll be a whole lot of other fun topics in between, like approaching really great sugar substitutes, steering people away from refined industrial sugar and maybe using other natural sources that are still carbs. A sugar is sugar. A sugar is a sugar, but not all sugars are the same. And then also some other topics like the truth about fat. I love talking about fat, so you'll hear me singing praises about fat throughout the series, the good fats. I'm going to invite guests to join me who are leading the way in holistic nutrition, whether they are chefs or nutrition therapists or bloggers and writers, but just anyone in my field who is interested in practicing holistic nutrition, whole foods cooking, and looking at nutrition and diet in a really mindful way. Another topic that will certainly come through in this series is about the psychology of eating. I am actually going to do some continued education in the topic of the psychology of eating, and what that means. It's not just looking at psychological disease like eating disorders, but also just looking at why we eat and the ritual behind eating and how we eat, when we eat, what kind of mood are we in when we eat. All these sort of factors that come into play about how well we will digest our food. It's an untapped field of nutrition, which is actually starting to really come into play in the world of holistic nutrition. But it's something that I am really interested in pursuing and teaching for both my clients on one-on-one appointment situations, as well as in workshops. So there'll be more workshops coming up, which I'm really excited about. At the end of the day, nutrition is all about food, and food should be enjoyed, not feared. I love food. I love to cook. But I, for one, am one of those folks who has a digestive disorder. I have celiac disease, and it is hard. It is hard to not only have to make massive changes looking at what you're eating day to day, but then having to integrate with other people, going over to people's houses for dinner, going out to eat. All those things become really, really hard and trying for people. So there is support out there. There is this sort of net of people that's being cast out there for people who are maybe feeling like they're in this alone. And guess what? They're not. You are not alone when you have to make necessary changes to live your best life. There's a lot of people who are on the same boat. And so my work is to bring people together, is to break the bread, so to speak, and bring delight back into eating, and to take away some of the fear and the guilt that happens, no matter what your life phase is or your constitution, where you are in your health. So lots of great topics to discuss, lots of wonderful people to meet. I'm really excited to launch this little series. It's very homegrown. This is my office. This is my cell phone. It's no high-tech video here, but I want to really bring out the personality of my practice, of the people I like to work with, the different mentors and colleagues out there who I think can bring some rich information to this audience. And ultimately, I'm excited to launch my business. It's called Strong as Oak Holistic Nutrition. It takes into account my other passion, which is winemaking. When I'm not doing nutrition, I am a winemaker. And I really want to point out the fact that oak is the choice environment to age wine to its most healthy state before going out into the world. And then, when I think of the metaphor of an oak tree, it to me is one of the most beautiful trees, and the idea of a little acorn, from those little acorns, mighty oaks do grow. So there's hope. There's hope when we look at a tree and we see all the massive potential, the years, the age, the wonder of nature and of health, of thriving. There is lots to be mindful about when it comes to diet and nutrition, but there's a lot to be thankful for as well. So I look forward to seeing you all more. I hope you will send me some comments and feedback and some inquiries. And if you're in another state or province and you are hoping to find a holistic nutritionist to work with, hopefully I can make a referral or at least point you in the right direction. Thank you for your time. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you. Bye.